Hello boys and girls, how are we doing today, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending on what time you happen to be coming. I am, once again, SidAlpha, and we are here to deal with another video from Digital Homicide. Now, for those of you who haven't been following or are just now tuning into this series of reviews, the reason for this coming about is because recently Digital Homicide, a games developer, has decided to sue the YouTuber Jim Sterling to the tune of $10.76 million. Now, these two have a very long and checkered history with each other, and I decided that because of that colored past that I would spend some time reviewing Digital Homicide's games on my own for a more objective opinion, and for me to be able to determine for myself and for you if these games are actual shit, or if Jim was being a little bit harsh on them. Maybe his impressions got colored due to all of the bad blood between the developers and Jim Sterling. So we'll see. So with that being said, guys, we'll get right into things, and I'll switch over to the review there. Real quick, I just wanted to say, for those of you who have been, a lot of new people have been subscribing to the channel, and I just had to take a quick moment to say thank you guys so much for putting your faith and trust in me. I really do appreciate it, and I think it's fantastic that so many of you have decided to do so, and hopefully it'll continue, and hopefully you will help hurry us along and help speed things along for us to create a bigger and better channel. So thank you again. I really do appreciate it. Okay, now I'm ready. Bring on the options menu. Okay, boys and girls, here we are at the options menu for Deadly Profits. Here we have exactly what we come to expect from Digital Homicide so far. A very stock placeholder configurations menu. We have the screen resolution, even fewer resolutions than the previous games, which included Temper Tantrum and the Slaughtering Grounds. Even fewer graphics options this time. Graphics quality still range the same, which means fuck all nothing. Select monitor left or right, and then the input are again exactly, no, these are a little bit different. These actually almost mean something, but these are different. There are fewer options in this options menu than in previous games, which is surprising considering the previous games had the stock options, which means specific video properties were omitted from this game, possibly due to crashing or something like that. I'm unsure. However, that being said, let's launch into the game. So here we have Deadly Profits, and I have to say this is decidedly more advanced than the previous 3 games from Digital Homicide that I've reviewed so far. Deadly Profits is a basic dungeon crawler where you battle, sadly to say, a very unvaried set of enemies. Using again what appears to be a series of stock Unity assets and a very basic crafting and items menu, you are expected to slog through a series of dungeons that all appear to be exactly the same. With no variation and a pathetically easy difficulty, the game feels completely and utterly pointless. There are moments where you actually have to hit an enemy more than once, but they are few and far between. And it is worth noting that the game does have a crafting system. However, it is extremely generic and barely functional. The overall limited nature of everything within the game holds it back from what really had the potential to actually not entirely suck, which would have been a pleasant surprise considering the gout-ridden, lame-ass, zero-effort offerings we've seen before. This game gives us a minor hint that the developers might have actually started out giving a fuck, but quickly gave up on that idea and proceeded with the status quo. Now, the graphics are about what we've come to expect, which is extremely dated, and most, if not all, objects appear to be stock Unity assets mashed together in a barely coherent fashion, making for an extremely dull game that lost all potential of interest about halfway through the first level, which in turn the game became just another pointless and mindless grind offering no variety and absolutely zero difficulty whatsoever. Now, as far as the stability is concerned, after several tedious hours of gameplay, I can report only one freeze and one hard crash, which is a distinct improvement over what I've come to expect from Digital Homicide. However, the game is rampant with very minor bugs, mostly in regards to the inventory system and crafting system. Several times I found myself unable to select items in the inventory, and on more than one occasion I found my inventory to be absent of the item that I had just crafted. Also, despite my best efforts, I was completely unable to move items from my inventory to the stash. The control functionality of this game is a joke and, at times, rather infuriating. In addition to that, guys, there is zero replayability, as one might guess, as every level is almost 100% a clone of the previous ones. The same few stock enemies, the same lack of interactable objects, the same design, the same layout. Everything is just the same on repeat. Basically, you just sit there and mash a button, mash your left mouse button repeatedly. That's it. And with that, you know, is there a story? No. We apparently don't warrant the effort to even come up with a pretext as to why we're dealing with this janky, half-broken waste of several hours of my life that I'll never get back. Just once, I would like these guys to show some actual bloody effort in what they're putting out. Even some text for a story would provide more motivation than what we're given here. Oh. So to sum up, guys, this game is still as buggy as the previous games that we've run into, in some areas more so in dealings with the items and the crafting system. The overall feel and playability of the game is just pointless. You'll figure that out after about the first minute, that you're going to be sitting there just tapping that mouse button over and over and over and over again ad nauseum. And they have, you know, there is more content in this game than the previous games, and they seem rather proud of that fact, as they're actually charging twice as much for this game as previous games. This one is actually $2 instead of $1. Probably because, in my guess would be that the assets might have cost a little bit more. But you know, just no. It's still bad. It's still bad. It's still horrible. It's still not worth your time. You know, let alone your money. You know, the main thing is, I spent several hours on this thing. I will never get that time back. That is portions of my life that are gone for good, wasted on this joke of a game. And it's a travesty. It really is, guys. It really is. But for any of you who are psychotic enough to actually want to try and play this game for yourself, it is available on Steam for $2 or your regional equivalent. And just don't do it, guys. Just don't do it. Cheers. Ooh. Ah, that's good. Alright. I'm going to go finish that in peace and maybe get some sleep. As you can tell, it's been a long day. I'm a little tired. So with that being said, guys, I am the one, the only, the always, SidAlpha. And before I see you next time, I want to take one more moment to thank each and every one of you who have been so supportive in the comments and everything else in regards to these videos. The amount of well wishes for my sanity and the amount of people subscribing to the channel have been really, really well and truly heartwarming to see. And it gives me hope. It gives me, you know, it lets me know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel that are these games. And and because of that, I am willing to continue powering through and dealing with this shit so you don't have to. So, thanks again, guys. Your support, your comments, your subscriptions have been the highlight of what has otherwise been a horrific week, and I really do appreciate it. I just wanted to take a moment to let you know that directly. Thank you so much. You are wonderful, you're awesome, and you make the world a better place. So once again, guys, I am the one, the only, the always, SidAlpha, and I will see you next time, or next beer. Yes. God, that's good. Hi there, boys and girls. Thanks for checking my video out. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even that subscribe button. Trust me, it works really good. Don't forget to share with your friends, and if you're interested in following me on Twitter and Facebook, the links for that are in the description down below. I also have a Patreon if you're interested in helping to support the growth of my channel, and the link for that is down below as well. And once again, thanks for watching and supporting my channel, guys. I really appreciate it.